Greetings, fellow conquerors, and welcome back to Great Britain here in EU4. Well, Great Republican Britain, where we are gearing up to attack the Swedish. I don't think we're going to fabricate a spy network anymore, but yeah, we're just going to continue to grow. Get rid of that diplomat. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and attack. Because coring is going to be extremely cheap. And we'll do a conquest war for Savilax. Probably one of the last conquest wars we'll end up doing. Let's see, we'll go ahead and move the troops in. I don't foresee us having any issues with the enemy army, if I'm being 100% honest. Oh, more repairs. Sorry if you can hear that. Lose 5 prestige or lose Republican tradition but gain base production. I think we'll just lose the prestige, honestly. We get some native assimilation, which is pretty nice. The Swedish army, being cheeky, trying to, go places. We'll, get Jonathan Button on the case and just go attack them. We're going to take some penalties, but we outnumber them by so much that, again, doesn't really matter. Don't really need tactics when you outnumber your opponent by this much. I suppose we should re-maintain these forts. Let's get the fleet over here. I don't think we'll be able to stop them in time, unfortunately, but we may be able to trap their army here. We'll attack New Desmond again, just because it was quite lucrative the first time. Let's see. Occupied Karelia. We'll go squish some of these smaller armies while we finish up this siege. Of course we get to 70%. Why wouldn't we? Alright, we're going to send the army over. This army, at least. We'll just re-siege this fort. See, we've got a 3-2-2 versus his 3-4. But I mean, a lot of those troops are Tavirs, so we might actually lose this battle. Yeah, it looks like Sweden's infantry combat's gonna, come in for them, but we'll have our troops retreat. It's fine. We'll go grab another army just to make sure. Let's see, where is the fleet? There it is. Ugh. Big empires, always a nightmare. Right, this army still needs to recover. It looks like Sweden is going to go in for the kill here. But they are taking a straight crossing, so could cause problems for them. Let's lower the speed just a little bit, and if we need to, we can retreat by November 4th. Yeah, I don't think this army's going to get there in time, so we'll go ahead and have them retreat across the strait. Looks like they are going to shatter retreat. A little embarrassing, but, I mean, we've discussed this before. The British military is pretty bad. National ideas just do not lend themselves to being good at fighting, and we haven't taken many military idea groups to make up for that. So, we've basically just got to, kill them through sheer numbers. Let's see, where's this army retreating to? Akershus, okay. Well, we're going to go defend them, because it looks like Tavir might be going for a stack wipe, potentially. Got some really good generals in the Swedish and Tavirian armies, which kind of sucks for us, but what can you do? Alright, gotten some tobacco. Spain getting the crap kicked out of him by Austria and Tuscany. And kick the speed up once again. Got this army cornered here. Alright, we got our third army over here. Oh, looks like we're going to be attacking. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Just kind of blobbing up now because, you know, we can. Oh, hey, we got an event. Alright, we have integrated Trier as well. So if we look at Germany, there's some really weird stuff going on here. And we get a special event, Julie d'Aubigny. The opera singer, Julie d'Aubigny, learned dancing, reading, drawing, and fencing while young. She fled to Marseille together with Saran, an assistant fencing master, and they earned money by giving fencing exhibitions and singing in taverns at local fairs. Julie d'Aubigny joined the opera company run by Pierre Gautier in Marseille, and left Saran for a young woman. The two lovers managed to get away from a convent by setting it on fire. Beautiful. 3 months later, the girl returned to her parents, and d'Aubigny was charged in absentia with kidnapping, body-snatching, arson, and failing to appear before the tribunal. The sentence was death by fire. She returned to Paris and asked an old lover of hers, the Count d'Armagnac, to persuade the king to grant her a pardon and a place at the Paris Opera. The audience loved her beautiful voice, her acting skill, and her androgynous appearance, but she has not gained as many friends amongst her fellow actors and actresses. Louis Gallard Dumoulin had bothered female members and earned himself a beating by d'Aubigny. Thévenard and her duel of wits are legendary, and she defeated 3 noblemen in duels who challenged her after she kissed a young woman at a society ball. Though she might have many flaws, she is a diamond in the rough. What should we do with her? We can invite her to court, which we get a skill 2 commandant, which is 50% cheaper. We can get her a general or keep her singing and get 10 prestige. Let's make her a general and see if she's any good. She is a 4-4-3-4. Yeah, I can get behind that. Let's see. This army does not have a general yet, so we'll have her lead the army of Desmond. I can think of no finer force to be led by such a competent general. Desmond gains 10. New Desmond gains 10% Liberty Desire, and they are now at 41% Liberty Desire. Great. Oh, actually, we need this army to stay here because once we finish this siege, we're going to destroy their army, the Tavirian army. They'll have no place to retreat, and we'll just kill them. All right, we're trading in wine. Sure. And, send in the troops, you know. And, you know, 13 war score. Pretty sure everyone's dead. Let's see. We could lose our colonial tariffs guy, or we could get 1 unrest for 50 years. Yeah, let's just lose the advisor. And we'll hire this guy instead. Again, might be some construction outside. Just fair warning. Okay, we have surrounded the Swedish army. We're going to send the Royal Navy up here while they're fighting to cut off their retreat, and then we'll send in the troops. And yeah, just obliterating them, basically. Let's get some points. And we have stack wiped them because they couldn't retreat. So, you know, rip the Swedish army. And like I said, at this point, we just have we have so much in numbers that it doesn't really matter what tactics we use, as long as we have more troops. And the thing is, even if they were, you know, I didn't really mention this in my I guess I kind of did in my video where I kind of talk about like quantity versus quality, and like this is kind of what I mean. Is like if you have this many troops, it doesn't matter how good your opponent's troops are. If you outnumber them 2-1, they're gonna lose. It just happens. Like, get some weird UI stuff going on. Probably because I'm playing at such a high speed. Let's see. We could pick up Tolerance of Heathens, or Heretics rather, which would be pretty nice, considering our situation. On the other hand, I also really want to core some areas, some territories, so let's see about doing that. Right, let's look at the areas map mode here. So we'll core this. Really want to core this area. Yeah, some of this is not worth coring, unfortunately. But I'm thinking that up here in Sweden it might be a different story, yeah. Okay, Norrland is cored. How about this area? Sure, get that cored. Let's see, our force limit has gone up. Actually, not by that much. So we will be deleting Trier's army to get some money back. I'm thinking maybe it just hasn't recalculated yet, considering how much of this we just cored, but... Oh, we haven't actually cored it yet, apparently. Oh, because Sweden has cores there, so we can't actually fully core them while we're at war. Okay, that's fine. Sure. And we'll just leave the troops here while they attempt to rebuild their armies. Obviously, their war enthusiasm is quite low because we've obliterated their armies. This is likely an all-merc army, right here. All the pop-ups, all the things. We've won the Siege of Viborg once again. Sweden heading deep into our territory to, I guess to attempt to, change the situation. The Ottomans have decided to rival us. Okay. Sure. Alright, well, we'll be looking for new allies at this point, since, you know, our biggest ally just broke up with us, essentially. Thankfully, Spain and Austria have not, you know, allied, but that also gives Austria a little bit more leverage against us. Thankfully, we do have the Netherlands and Lubeck as an ally. I doubt Brandenburg would ever consider allying us, though Saxony would. However, I don't want to be dragged into Holy Roman Wars, so... not really something we're going to be interested in. And thankfully we have 100, you know, a force limit of 205 now. So we can consider that while we're, you know, getting things done here. We'll move the army of Desmond and the army of France back to Scandinavia. And because we control this area, we can just kind of move back and forth at will. Oh, that's funny. It's the game thinks that going by boat to this province would be faster. That's great. Alright, we will elect a different candidate this time. I think we'll still go with a, we'll do a diplomat one this time because I really want to get Tech 23 so we can get imperialism. And we'll take a -2 and not really care because it's the army of Desmond. There is no finer army. And we'll move in to get a stack wipe as well. We could pass the abolition of slavery, which would give us 5% prestige, -1% missionary strength, but in lower tech costs as well. But only for, the first effect is only 10 years, and then after that we get -5% national tax, but -5% stability cost. I mean, this seems like something we would do as a republic, so yeah, let's go ahead and pass it. We have abolished slavery. Alright. So now we're gonna get a bunch of pop-ups about all the provinces that we have slavery in. Neat. Let's see. Can our 30 stack or 34 stack beat their 20 stack? I would assume so. Oh, they have no artillery either, so yeah. Alright, price of slaves changes by negative 40% and we get 10 prestige. Yeah. Abolitionism. Alright, well, this is pretty much the end of Sweden. See, we do need to start another parliamentary debate, but I think that's going to have to wait for next time, so thank you for joining me, my fellow Britishmen, and I'll see you guys on the next one.